Welcome to IT by Design's Culture and Career Corner with CEO Sunny Kayla. Today's guest is Scott Bhatia, Team Technical Lead at ITBD. Today, they chat about culture, lessons learned, solving problems for partners, and so much more. Over to you, Sunny.
Scott, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you so much.
And let's get into this. So we're going to start with your journey today. We are here to talk about you, Scott. So can you share your life journey and your career journey with our viewers?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very excited. I am born and brought up in Chandigarh, northern part of India.
Yeah.
So I have been schooling and the college and the graduation all from this part of the world. I got married in the year 2010, still live in Chandigarh. And the best and the beauty of the fact is that I get to work in an immense organization, which is also in Chandigarh. So that is so wonderful. And that is IT by Design, of course. And my schooling and one piece of information which I would like to share, my daughter, she still goes to that same school which I used to go. So that's pretty nostalgic whenever I go to that school and tell her that, this is what it was so many years back. So that was fun. And as far as work is concerned, I started off working in 2004. And a couple of years, I was a part of an organization in Delhi NCR, then came back to Chandigarh, worked in Dell for about 7 years. And at that point of time, I think that was the turning point of my career. After those 7 years in Dell, although I learned a lot, grew as a professional, but I felt that there was something missing. You need to move to the next level. You need to move to the next level in terms of as a person, as a leader, and as a technical human being. And then probably that opportunity came, knocking on my door, and that was IT by Design. I started off in September 2014 with IT by Design. And trust me, this has given me immense wings. I was working as a home and a desktop user till Dell for 7 years, big time. But ever since I've started working in IT by Design, I've been learning so much, learning new technologies, learning new things, gaining so much experience from people, from leaders that we have in IT by Design. Started off as an L1, or I would put myself as a junior L1. Learned junior L1. We have so many wonderful people out here who currently still work in IT by Design. And I've learned so much in terms of Exchange and VMware and AD and backup, so many things. Grew into an L1 role, then moved into MDE process, and then with an opportunity again that came knocking at my door, and that was a leader profile, an associate technical team lead. And successfully, with the guidance of my friends and colleagues, I was able to crack that IJP. And now currently, it almost be 8 years in September, and I'm in a technical team lead profile. So that's what is my journey so far, Sunny, and it has been exhilarating. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So can you share that feeling? You said, okay, something was missing, right? When you shared your Dell experience.
Correct.
And what was that feeling? Like what, now reflecting back on that feeling, what do you think was missing?
Yes. Sunny, when you tend to work in an organization, the objective is that you learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
You tend to grow as an individual. In Dell, at some point of time, you felt that probably you are getting a little more stagnated.
Mm-hmm.
You are not getting what you probably desire for, or probably the reason why you actually entered the IT industry. But yes, when you actually got into IT by Design, as a junior L1 or an L1, the fact is that you are able to work on technologies and not to in a demo environment, in a real-time environment, working on AD issues, something which I have never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
It was just in my dreams, in my books, okay, that this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But doing it practically with your hand, and the fact is that you had the entire wonderful set of leaders, at your back that don't worry, Scott, go ahead, we are here. We'll help you in anything that goes wrong. That actually gave us a lot of confidence. And we've learned those technologies. And as I said, from a desktop user to a person who was able to craft so many skills, learning so many technologies, probably that was the missing element which I was missing. And the excitement of learning so many wonderful technologies, which again, I just dreamt of. It was absolutely immense. So that was pretty much, I would say.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Now, the one thing that I see is that, so opportunities are there. And in order to avail those opportunities, it requires real commitment
Yes.
to a lot of things, right? So doing a lot of things right. So while the way I see it is that while IT by Design gave you that platform, that environment for and opportunities within that right environment, but it's you who took that opportunity and worked so hard, paid your dues to really earn where you are, that accelerated career journey that you have had is because of you. And why I say this is because, when we go back to those new tech Fred days, because I have personally seen your work ethics. And what I know about Scott is you 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 were dreaming big, that okay, give me anything, I just want to take that challenge. And this was your personal vision of career success, to be that leader one day, right? Grow from that residential technical support at Dell to a enterprise level solutions company where and US customers, B2B, not B2C, in the US. And so having that big dream that I can make this jump. It requires someone to be courageous, to make bigger choices, and leave that comfort job that they have to create something that is bigger and explore. And then also be wise about their choices. Like, just imagine you making a choice where it's just now you go from this to this. Yes, uncertainty is always there, but it takes Scott to really evaluate those options and make the right choice. So stay with me there with one that you did right, what I can observe.
Sure.
The second, so dreaming, you were dreaming big. Second is that having that growth mindset and lifelong learning mindset. So when you joined as residential technical support person, experienced person, you had to learn how the business networks work. So you had to put back yourself into that learning situation. That requires growth mindset, that, hey, I don't know it all, but I'm here to learn it all. Right? So you took that opportunity, showing that growth mindset, showing that that you are there for lifelong learning, that your college degree is degree. It shows you how to learn, how to learn, learning there in the university, how to learn.
Absolutely.
And then you learned every single month, every single quarter, every single year, from one role to second to third to fourth. And then the last but not the least is that there is no substitute for hard work.
Absolutely.
Yes, smart work is important, but there is no substitute for hard work and smart work. And you did that, where you earned the right to be here, and that's well deserved. Now let's move on to, so those are my observations, right? And I think I should have waited probably for you to share your lessons as well. But I'm excited about this conversation because I have seen you grow, and I have seen you grow with certain kind of your habits and your attitude and your work ethics. And I wanted to share with our next generation that these things can really take you to places where you never have imagined that big dream becoming a reality. So now I want to hear from you. What are your top 3 greatest life lessons that you would like to share with the next generation?
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, Sunny, number one, I want to say is learning.
Mm-hmm.
Learning is a passion, is a desire, and this is something which you need to have it inbred in yourself. You need to make sure that you're not shying away from the fact that you need to learn, to stay competitive, to stay focused, to have that growth mindset. Learning is a very, very important piece. So keep learning, whether small little bits. I always tell my daughter, I always teach her playing badminton. You don't need to learn every shot, or in a single day. Learn one shot, practice it for a 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, and get better at it. Then you can do the second one, but make sure you keep learning. You don't shy away from that. Keep learning and success will come to you. That's for sure. Number one. Number two, which I just want to talk about for sure, is being very grounded. Stay humble. Do not forget where you come from. Okay. It is very, very important that we keep our focus in terms of, making sure that we are grounded in terms of our success. At times it happens that success actually gets into the head of somebody, but no, if you are grounded, if you're humble, if you feel that way, you know show it, exhibit it. Again, I will actually go back to you, Sunny. The way you exhibit humble. There was one session I would like to add. People said, let's talk about humble. I said hashtag Sunny. That's probably the end of the quote, end of the session. So that's what it is, right? The way you exhibit us, I see that, I feel that. And yes, you're right that this is probably down to me as well. If I do not want to learn, if I do not like, if I do not understand, then I will not grow, not learn. So seeing you, I exhibit it towards my team, towards my family. And that is the second important piece which I feel, that is humbleness. Learning one, humbleness two. And last and not the least, which I want to talk about, is that there are four wheels of your life. I really love that piece. There are four wheels of life. Number one is career, one is family, one is health, and one is legacy. I can elaborate and speak at length for all four of them. But sit back, relax, and think. At the end of your, say, career or tenure or whatever that you worked for, what is the legacy that you're leaving behind? Right? That is one wheel. Ensuring the second wheel, health, very important in today's life. Make sure you are having a healthy life. You are ensuring other people have healthy life too, and that helps. Number two and number three, family. Make sure you are there for your family. And by family, I do not mean only my family. That's my direct family, like my mom, my dad, my daughter, wife. No, it's the ITBD family. It's your office family. It's your team. I have a 24 people. They are my team. Their wives, their kids. I need to ensure that I take care for them. That's number three. And last but not the least, you should have such a career that people talk about it, and not only for your achievements, but also for the good things that you were able to connect to them, the significance that you made to their lives. That is more important. So three things from my side, Sunny. Number one is being humble, keep learning, and focus on the four wheels, which is career, family, health, and legacy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, that is so beautiful. And here we always talk about these four wheels being life by design.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So life is going to happen for all of us. Is it going to happen by default, or is it going to happen by design?
Yes.
Right. Are you intentional about your controllables? And have the clarity what a good life looks like. Good life from your personal perspective, that we are all different. Correct. And different things mean different, kind of bring different value to us. So do I know what a good life lived means to me? And am I taking time using my controllables list to design that life roadmap? We call it
Correct.
hashtag life by design.
Absolutely.
And with the, so you shared four wheels, and the career, the family, and health and legacy. And here is what I normally think about, Scott, when we Like, we have these discussions, and just imagine, Scott, that you and me, like, let's say we are brothers, and we started going to Delhi, from Chandigarh to Delhi. So it's the northern city, right? So our one office is in Chandigarh, another office is in Delhi, New Delhi, Noida.
Yep.
So now we are going towards, so Chandigarh being the birthplace, that's like our birth bed.
Yeah.
And Noida, from the life perspective, I'm saying, if I'm describing this wheel, I mean 4 wheels, and this vehicle being the life vehicle, and this vehicle, when it started from Chandigarh, is very similar to when you were born, and Delhi, Noida being our deathbed.
Correct.
So now between this is our life journey.
Yes.
Birth and death. And so with the 4 wheels, imagine that 4 wheels have given, so God has given us time as constant. Like in between these birth bed and death bed, there is that time that is constant. It's not going to change.
Yes.
And it's divided into days, 24 hours a day. And 24 hours a day means that's your air in all these 4 wheels. And you can take some air from one wheel and put it in another wheel, right? That air, which is equal to time. So you can take time from one wheel, like, for example, family to career wheel, or career wheel to family wheel, but it's going to be constant in 4 wheels, which is time.
Yes.
Time is constant. You cannot change it. So it's our ability to create a balance in these 4 wheels, which is time balance, that we give appropriate allocation to these 4 aspects of our life, 4 pillars of our life, which we are calling these 4 pillars wheels.
Yes.
Is the way you can have smooth ride from birth to death.
Yes.
And if there is even one wheel that has imbalance, it's gonna, what happens in a vehicle situation? It starts pulling you to the side, like when it's not in alignment, right?
Yes.
And worst thing that can happen is that if you just take too much air from one tire and put it in another, or just air, you lose that air, you lose that time in one wheel. What happens? You have to call for tow truck, right?
Absolutely.
Then you stop.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So overall, one way to really kind of visualize this, what you just said, is life being a journey between 2 points, and then time being constant, and your kind of ability to utilize that time, allocate that time in a way that you give enough time to your health wheel, you give enough time to your family wheel, which should be always number, like, you being there, then family being there, and then your career being there. So 3rd wheel is career, and 4th is legacy, means give back to others when you have means to give back. And that's a beautiful thinking that you shared. And I just wanted to, the way I think about this in that wheel or vehicle setting, and I wanted to share that with the viewers as well. So now, Scott, like, what is that one lesson in your career? So you shared the career lesson, yes. Anything that you want to share from the family, health, and legacy point of view? Any greatest lesson that you have learned? I know some of the lessons, like lifelong learning, being humble, it's like, those are lessons that can be applied amongst all those 4 wheels. Anything else? Last thought.
I mean, Sunny, as I said, right, I have thoughts so many. We have time constraint, so we need to probably cannot speak a lot. But yes, it has been immense. But yes, again, I may probably, repeating those words. And the thing is that at the end of the day, it is very important to be a good human being. If you talked about legacy, I mentioned legacy. This is for everybody to know. We give back to the community, right? That's such a noble thing to do. Trust me, this is so nice when you go back. Again, as I said, right, this initiative again is driven by you. You have given us a thought. We walked that path. Yes, we did walk. That is a credit to us. So I thank you. But at the same time, giving back to the people, when you go back to the people and tell them, this is for you
Yeah.
and this is what you care. And when they give you those blessings, you know, those are probably absolutely the most pious form of blessings. And those blessings are amazing. So again, the last and the final thoughts again would be, Sunny, that everything has been amazing. It has been great. I got married. I blessed with a daughter. My career has been on a wonderful, wonderful upward growth. I have so many wonderful leaders to connect to. I can name so many. Probably the time will fall short. They have been such a wonderful guiding light for me. And of course, at the end of the day, you and Cam, have been kind of the leaders, have been showing us the light how to go. But it has been awesome. It has been awesome. I cannot just put it in words, but this is amazing. And I would always want all the youngsters to listen, to understand the values, that we talk about in IT by design, the way we treat every human being. We just don't say that we are kind of employee centric. We show it, we do it, we exhibit it. People, from the COVID days, or people who have been having some trouble times, they will realize, they will vouch for that, that IT by design was there for help, was support whenever it was needed. So this is amazing. Family, it's amazing. So thank you so much, Sunny, for your time, and thank you so much for having me here.
No, thank you, Scott. And so one thing that is that before you go is like, I know you talked about culture a lot, like in your overall experiences. I mean, that is, you talked about ITBD culture, but if there is like one thing that you want to share from the culture perspective, is that how would you define culture? How do you see culture? What is that one thing that is so unique about IT by Design's culture?
Okay. Well,
Limiting to one thing is always tough when you limit people to, okay, you can only say one thing. So that is very challenging, right?
I
Okay.
will use I'll use my IT technical brain, and I will say happy.
Okay.
Happy is one thing which actually accumulates so many things, and
Yeah.
of, right? Being humble,
Yeah.
being accountable,
Yeah.
being passionate, and being very positive. And last but not the least, being for your community,
Yeah.
being for there. That is something I would put as happy, as probably the culture of IT by design.
Yeah. That is so beautiful. And it's short and sweet. So thank you for sharing that. And so message for viewers, and it's, so the way life works is that it starts with being a good human being, and it starts with believing in growth mindset, believing in lifelong learning, believing in that, because that is a sign of a humble person, that when you are not know-it-all person, you are learn-it-all person. Know-it-all means that you think that you know it all, and learn-it-all means that you are not the smartest person in the room. You're confident,
Yes.
but you always have that room to transform as an individual. That is the core of being humble.
Correct.
Humble is not weak. Humble is strong. Humble means it's a continuous transformation.
Yes.
And what you said overall, really being intentional about your life. We call it life by design, but it's those 4 pillars that Scott shared, that your health, your family, and your career and your legacy needs to be in that harmony. It needs to be in that harmony. It needs to be in that equilibrium. It needs to be in that balance in order for your life to be smooth. And keeping that balance is everything. And that is what gives you that overall joy, and give you that that ultimate satisfaction in life.
Absolutely.
So really, really important to understand. And if you share these values, the values that we were talking about, and please come. We are a high growth company, and we need more good human beings. We need more good human beings where they believe in these values. You will have a great journey if our value system alignment is there, and only apply, only come, join our team, our community, if you believe in those core values and you are intentional about getting better, transforming in those 4 areas. And then sky is the limit here. And the other side is that when we are not aligned with our value system, then it's a tough battle. There's nothing right or wrong, it's just alignment is not there. So please come apply to ITBD and be part of our community. And Scott, thank you for joining, and we appreciate you, and you take care.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Have a good time ahead. Take care.